Hello everyone and welcome to our GAinful series. Today we'll be covering the news from 4th of February to the 10th of February. Let's get started now. Here are your first 5 questions. Okay, after the success of YONO app of SBI, now SBI is planning to offer similar services to whom? What is the theme for this year's Cancer Day? Who flagged off Suraksha Yatra, a motor rally from Rajghat in New Delhi? President Ramnath Kovind inaugurated the annual Udanotsav of Mughal Garden of which place? ISRO has inaugurated its Dash Human Space Flight Center. Let's look at the answers now. Here we are talking about the services now being extended to businessmen, globetrotters and farmers after the success of this YONO. Yeah, now this is what SBI is targeting at. The theme of the Cancer Day is I Am and I Will campaign. This is a 3-year campaign. This is the first from 2019 to 2021. So Sushma Swaraj and along with Nitin Gadkari, they were the one who flagged off the Suraksha Yatra. Okay, so President Ramnath Kovind, Udanotsav of Mughal Garden, yeah, that's the flower garden basically of Rashtrapati Bhavan. The people will be able to visit spiritual garden, herbal garden, bonsai garden and musical garden. ISRO inaugurated Human Space Flight Center HSF. This is the first facility in India. The others they already have, but ISRO, that is the first one dedicated to human space flight. Okay, let's try these now. Name the India's first virtual reality cricket multiplayer headset. What is India's rank for overseas expansion of online companies? Ramit Tandon is associated with which sports? Recently, which state has made it mandatory for all industries in the state to provide 70% employment to local youth? Dash has become the first state to set up a price monitoring and research unit PMRU to track violation of prices of essential drugs and medical devices under Drug Price Control Order DPCO. Let's look at the answers here. Yeah, the name of the headset here is the Sachin Saga VR. Okay, that's virtual reality. Singapore and Hong Kong are number 1 and India is just one outside the 10. It's on the 11th place in your the firms that can do the online companies doing business abroad. Top seeded Ramit Tandon made most of his first meeting with Egyptian Mohammed El Sherbini to win the final of the Seattle Open. We are talking about squash tour event. Okay, so Ramit Tandon associated with squash. Kamal Nath led MP government made it mandatory for all industries in the state to provide 70% employment to local youth. And Kerala has become the first state to set up this price monitoring and research unit. Okay, let's look at the next 5. Prince Albert II is the head of the state of which country? Aegis Graham Bell Award 2019 announced Dash as winner in Innovation in Data Science category for their innovation in AUMINA. First state level awareness program on agriculture export policy was held where? On Feb 4th, 2019, with which country has Ministry of Coal signed an MOU to foster relation in field of coal mining and clean coal technologies? Ramesh Bhatkar, who died at the age of 70, was a veteran. What? Let's look at the answers here. Prince Albert II is from Monaco. Okay, so the government district of Monaco, capital is Monte Carlo. Now, Aegis Graham Bell Award 2019 announced Uni4 as the winner in Innovation in Data Science category for their innovation was AUMINA, yeah, OMINA. The 9th edition of Aegis Graham Bell Award was hosted by Government of Goa at Entertainment Society of Goa, Panaji. First state level awareness program on agri-export policy was held in Pune. Minister of Coal entered a memorandum of understanding with Ministry of Energy, Republic of Poland. Veteran Marathi actor Ramesh Bhatkar passed away after battling with cancer. Let's look at these now. Recently, which agency, Institute of Indian Government, has created an app to practice or take tests on smartphone free of cost? The Armed Forces Medical College is organizing the 67th Annual Armed Forces Medical Conference, where the second edition of Word Count Festival was held, where what is the estimate of GDP growth for financial year 2019-20 by Finance Ministry? Name the recent initiative taken by Ministry of Agriculture that would develop a competitive spirit between the states. Let's look at the answers now. The government announced that National Testing Agency (NTA) has launched a mobile application through which students can practice or take mock tests on their smartphone. The Armed Forces Medical College Pune is organizing the 67th Annual Armed Forces Medical Conference, which includes in its ambit 57 Armed Forces Medical Research Committee meeting from 5th to 8th. The second edition of Word Count, a festival curated by author Advait Kala and backed by think tank, was held in Pune. The Finance Ministry expects economic growth to accelerate to 7.5% in 2019-20 from 7.2% projected for the current fiscal. The government has been reorienting the agriculture sector by focusing on an income-centeredness which goes beyond achieving merely the target production. The income approach focuses on achieving high productivity, reduce costs of cultivation, and remunerative prices on the produce with a view to earn higher profit from farming. So make farming an entrepreneur activity. That's the aim of this. Which ministry has allowed women to work in underground mines? Which ministry has initiated Shehri Samriddhi Utsav? India's communication satellite, name of the satellite that has been launched successfully from French Guiana. Recently, which bank has launched an open banking platform which enables startups and fintech companies to consume the bank APIs? The National Green Tribunal has imposed a penalty of 25 lakh on which state government for its failure to stop the discharge of dirty water into Upper Ganga Canal. Let's look at the answers here. We're talking about the Union Labour Ministry now allowing women to work in mines. This was a almost 60-year-old rule which did not allow women to work in mine. Now they'll have to sign a consent form and even they can work there. Shehri Samriddhi Utsav, an initiative by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Aim is to extend the outreach of Deen Dayal Antyodaya Mission, National Urban Livelihood Missions. India's communication satellite GSAT-31 has been launched successfully from French Guiana. It will provide transponder facility to DTH television and connectivity services like VSAT, ATM, Stock Exchange, digital satellite news gathering, DSNG, and e-governance applications. Federal Bank has launched this open banking platform which enables startups and fintech companies to consume the bank's API and innovate new product and integrate various banking facilities. Finally, NGT has imposed 25 lakh rupees fine on Uttar Pradesh government for its failure to stopping the discharge of dirty water into Upper Ganga Canal. What is the current position of India in terms of LPG consumer in the world? On February 5th, which state government has invoked Essential Services Maintenance Act, that's ESMA, banning strikes in all department and corporation under it for a period of 6 months. A World Heritage Center housing spiritual camps of 45 countries would be set up at which place in West Bengal? Scientists of which of the following institute has created an artificial intelligence based system that directly translates thought into intelligible, recognizable speech? Very interesting. Which institute in India has found that carrots can be an effective medium to produce a biocompatible laser? Let's look at the answers here now. So India is now reached as world's second largest LPG consumer, whose demand is projected to rise 34% by 2025, Oil Secretary Koti said at the Asia LPG Summit on Feb 5th. Uttar Pradesh government has declared ESMA now. Now, a World Heritage Center housing spiritual camp of 45 countries would be set up at Mayapur in West Bengal. This is in Nadia district. Scientists from Columbia University have done that, artificial intelligence based system that directly translates thoughts into intelligible and recognizable speech. This is very interesting. And a team of, students from Indian Institute of Technology Madras has found carrot can be effective medium to produce a biocompatible laser. Name the SBI's regional head in the UK who has been honoured with the Freedom of the City of London Indian Coast Guard and Dash has signed an MOU at the Coast Guard Regional Headquarters in Port Blair for coordination in aeronautical and maritime search and rescue operations. Who gave away the prestigious Sangeet Natak Academy Award 2017? Ladu Kishore Swain, who died at the age of 71, was a veteran. What? This year's Safer Internet Day was celebrated on what day of February? Let's look at the answers now. SBI's regional head in UK, Sanjeev Chanda, has been honoured with the Freedom of the City of London award in recognition of his contribution to promoting the bilateral relations. Indian Coast Guard and Airport Authority of India have signed an MOU. President Ramnath Kovind gave away the prestigious Sangeet Natak Academy Award at Rashtrapati Bhavan. 42 artists from different fields including music, dance, theatre, traditional, folk and tribal were awarded. Senior Biju Janata Dal leader and Lok Sabha member Ladu Kishore Swain died at a private hospital following a prolonged illness. This year's Safe Internet Day celebration took place on Tuesday, 5th of February 2019. This campaign slogan, Together for a Better Internet, was a call to action for all stakeholders to join together and play their part in creating a better internet for everyone, especially for young users. It is celebrated on the second day of second week of February. To promote the use of toilet, the campaign named Darwaza Band was launched where? Named the Air India's first flight simulator. The meeting of Indian Ocean Rim Association Cluster Group on Disaster Risk Management to strengthen cooperation in disaster response was held where? Recently, which state has decided to give 10 gram of gold to brides of the state during the budget announcement? What is the current rank of India in terms of number of companies joining the Unicorn Club? Let's look at the answers here. We are talking about the Darwaza Band. This campaign was launched in Mumbai. The flight simulator, it's Boeing 747-200, was gifted to Nehru Science Center, Worli. The meeting of Indian Ocean Rim Association was at New Delhi. The BJP-led government in Assam announced a rise at the subsidized rate of 1 for 53 lakh household, announced 10 gram of gold to bride, free rice and sugar to 4 lakh family of tea garden worker, and scholarship fund for girls belonging to minority communities. The startup valuation across the globe is hitting the sky with 112 new companies joining the Unicorn Club. That's companies with valuation of 1 billion and above. Now, India is ranked at 4th place with a share of 4%, 13 unicorn to be precise. Let's look at the next. Name the app launched by Government of India to assist people about world's largest cashless insurance scheme. Who took charge as General Manager of Integral Coach Factory? The 52nd Buri Boot Yulu festival has been celebrated in which state? Recently, which state has decided to set up a committee to review various schemes being implemented for the welfare of tribes in the state? Where was the 4th conference of Ayush Health Ministers of State Union Territories organized? Let us look at the answers here now. The name of the app, PMJ app, which is Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. Okay, this is the one which will give you all the details about Ayushman Bharat. Rahul Jain took charge as General Manager of Integral Coach Factory. We all know about Train 18. We know about the stone throwing incident. We know about its name change to Vande Bharat Express. Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh Pema Khandu along with Deputy Chief Minister Chauna Main attended the 52nd Buri Boot Yulu Festival at Dolangmukh. Okay, so we are talking about Arunachal Pradesh. The Maharashtra government has set up a committee to review various schemes being implemented for the welfare of tribals in the state. Finally, the 4th conference of Ayush Health Minister of State Union Territories was inaugurated by Minister of State for Ayush Independent Charge Shripad Yasho Nayak in New Delhi. With regard to the 6th bi-monthly meeting Monetary Policy Committee, the repo rate has been cut by how many basis points? Who has launched the India Size project for ready-to-wear clothing in Mumbai? Shaikhom Mirabai Chanu is associated with which sports? Who is the winner of Ranji Trophy 2018-19? And recently, which country has signed an accord to join NATO to become its 30th member? Let's look at the answers here. We're talking about a 25 basis point cut in repo rate. Accordingly, the reverse repo was also cut down by 25 basis point. Now it's 6, CRR 4, SLR 19.5%. Now this the collateral free agriculture loan, now the limit is raised to 1.6 from the earlier 1 lakh. And also we had news about the bulk deposit. Now the definition changed to from 1 crore to now 2 crores. Okay, let's look at the next one. Union Minister of Textiles Smriti Irani launched India Size project in Mumbai, a first of its kind project in history. India Size aimed to arrive at standard Indian size for ready-to-wear clothing industry. World champion Indian weightlifter Shaikhom Mirabai Chanu notched up a gold medal at IGAT Cup in Thailand. Vidarbha lifted the Ranji Trophy for the second time in a row, defeating Saurashtra by 78 runs at Nagpur. Left arm spinner Sarvate was adjudged man of the match. It was an interesting match. Macedonia signed an accord to join NATO to become its 30th member of the UN-led alliance. The Macedonia-NATO accord follows a deal with Greece, ending a 27-year-old dispute over Macedonia's name. Let's look at the next one. What is the latest rank of India in International Intellectual Property Index? Recently, which state has announced Kanya Sumangla Yojana in the state budget? India's second largest tunnel has been proposed to connect the upcoming Vizhinjam International Multi-Purpose Deep Water Seaport to the railway network in which state? Which state has started its Zero Fatality Corridor project? Granny Dakshyani currently in news is what? Okay. In the IP index, India's rank has moved up to 36 among the 50 countries. This is 50 economies. This is interesting. The Uttar Pradesh government has presented 4.79 lakh crore budget for 1920. It is 12% higher than 2018-19. Kanya Sumangla Yojana to raise health and education standard of girl, brighten their future and bring a positive change in the thinking towards women. I think this is the most important part. I hope something is done in Uttar Pradesh for that. Our 10.7 kilometer railway line, including 9.0 kilometer tunnel, 0 kilometer tunnel, has been proposed to connect the upcoming Vizhinjam International Multi-Purpose Deep Water Seaport to the railway network in this state of Kerala. The Delhi government has kicked off its pilot project on creating Delhi's first zero fatality corridor, while also issuing actionable point to all agencies to ensure 10% reduction in road accident by the end of the year. Granny Dakshyani, an elephant believed to be the oldest ever in captivity, has died at the age of 88 in Kerala. Let's look at the next 5. Which country has recorded the fastest growth rate for 4 years in terms of domestic aviation market? Which state police has launched an app named DigiCop that will help in tracing of the stolen cell phone and bike? International Day of Zero Tolerance for Female Genital Mutilation was observed on February of what? Recently, India has joined hand with which country for cooperation on water and waste management? Who is the next ambassador of India to Andorra? Let's look at the answers. The Indian domestic market has recorded the fastest full year domestic growth rate for 4th year in a row, 18.6, followed by China, 11.7. IATA said in its full year aviation data analysis for 2018. Chennai Police Commissioner A.K. Vishwanath has launched DigiCop, a mobile app that will help you trace stolen cell phone and bike recovered by the city police. International Day of Zero Tolerance for Female Genital Mutilation was observed on February 6. India and Germany have joined hand on cooperation on water and waste management. Sanjay Verma is become the ambassador of India to Spain, has concurrently been accredited as the next ambassador to Andorra. Andorra is a tiny independent principality situated between France and Spain in Pyrenees Mountain. Andorra's capital is Andorra la Vella. Recently, which state has got its first AstroTurf football ground? Which state has stated Aapki Pension Aapke Dwar system for pensioners? The Parmanu Tech 2019 has been organized where? Father Francois Laborde, a 92-year-old priest from which place, was conferred the Legion of Honor, the highest civilian award of France. The second edition of Sahapedia's India's Heritage Walk Festival will be organized in partnership with which organization? Here are our answers. The AstroTurf, that Nagaland is getting it. MP CM Kamal Nath has talked about Aapke Pension Aapke Dwar. Yeah, the Parmanu Tech 2019 happened in New Delhi. The conference discussed issues related to nuclear energy and radiation technologies. Father Francois Laborde, he is from Bengal, was conferred the Legion d'Honneur, the highest civilian award of France, and recognition for his work for specially able children. And Sahapedia's India's Heritage Walk Festival was held in partnership with UNESCO. Let's look at next. Name the author of the book On Leader and Icon from Jinnah to Modi. In the 5th edition of Bengal Global Business Summit, the state has received investment proposal of how many lakh crore? Who flagged off Arunachal leg of Startup India Yatra? Government e-marketplace and Dash entered a memorandum of understanding to enable a fair and competitive environment in e-marketplace. Emiliano Sala was associated with which sport? Let's look at the answers here now. Late veteran journalist Kuldeep Nayar's last book On Leaders and Icon from Jinnah to Modi has been launched. He died at last August at the age of 95. West Bengal received more than 2,84,288 crore investment proposal in 5th edition of Bengal Global Business Summit held on Feb 7th. Bengal Mean Business was the theme. Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister Pema Khandu flagged off Arunachal leg of the Startup India Yatra from Civil Secretariat in Itanagar. Government e-marketplace and Competition Commission of India entered into a memorandum of understanding to enable fair and competitive environment in the e-marketplace. Football player and fans across the world have shared their condolences and paid tribute to Cardiff City's Argentine-born soccer player Emiliano Sala, whose body was retrieved in the wreckage of crashed plane in the English Channel. Which Indian sports personality has signed a whopping 4-year sports sponsorship deal in tune of rupees 50 crore with Chinese sport brand Li Ning? Where did the oil industry organize Ujjwala Utsav? After Ladakh was granted a separate divisional status, now the state of J&K has total how many divisions? Recently, where has the PM inaugurated the new circuit bench of Calcutta High Court? Who inaugurated second phase of river information system between Farakka, Patna and Prayagraj? Let's look at the answers here. Olympic and world champion silver medalist PV Sindhu has signed a whopping 4-year sports sponsorship deal in tune of 50 crore with Chinese sports brand Li Ning. Oil industry observed Ujjwala Utsav at New Delhi. Jammu and Kashmir Governor Satyapal Malik granted Ladakh a divisional status, thus creating 3 administrative units in Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh in the state. Earlier, Ladakh was part of Kashmir division. Also, a section in Leh has been demanding a union territory status and was backed by BJP. Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi visited Jalpaiguri. He laid down foundation stone for 4-lining of Falakata, Salsabari section NH31D, inaugurated new High Court bench there, Jalpaiguri. Okay. Now, Shri Nitin Gadkari inaugurated second phase of river information system between Farakka, Patna and Prayagraj. Let's look at the next. The second Indian Asian Youth Summit was organized where which country has agreed to sell 2 advanced missile defense systems to India for 2 Boeing 777. The Institute of Chartered Accountant of India, ICAI, said it has signed pact with which to promote foreign investment in the country and Indian investment abroad. Who inaugurated the National Workshop on Street Vendor in New Delhi? Which country has signed MOU with India for training of its 1800 civil servants? Let's look at the answers here. Building on the success of India's first Indian Asian Youth Summit, Indian Foundation and Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India organized second Asian Youth Summit on the theme Connectivity, Pathway to Shared Prosperity in Guwahati. The US has agreed to sell 2 advanced missile defense systems to India for 2 Boeing 777 head of state aircraft for an estimated 190 million, a decision that will enhance security of the planes flying the President and Prime Minister. The defense system which should bring security of Indian Air One on par with Air Force One. The Institute of Chartered Accountant has set a signed pact with Invest India to promote foreign investment in the country and Indian investment abroad. Housing and Urban Affairs Minister Hardeep Singh Puri inaugurated the National Workshop on Street Vendor in New Delhi. India and Bangladesh have signed MOU for training 1800 Bangladeshi civil servants at the National Center for Good Governance, an institute under development of administrative reform and public grievances. Let's look at the next. Recently, which bank has faced a penalty of 3.5 crore by RBI for the violation of various norms? Which bank has been announced as the winner of the 9th edition of Aegis Graham Bell Award 2018 for its Engage, Enrich, Excel project in data science? What is the new limit of bulk deposit according to RBI? Recently, which of the following insurance companies faced a fine of 9 lakh? PM Narendra Modi launched DD Arun Prabha channel at which place? We are talking about Corporation Bank and Allahabad Bank. They have a cumulative penalty of 3.5 crore by RBI because of violation of various norms. Yes Bank, Yes Engage, Enrich, Excel project in data science. They have been awarded with this 9th edition of Aegis Graham Bell Award. Bank will treat deposit over 2 crore as bulk after RBI's double the limit for the same from the earlier 1 crore. Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority has imposed fine of 9 lakh on state-owned United India Insurance Company Limited for violation of certain procedures. PM Narendra Modi launched DD Arun Prabha channel in Itanagar. Let's move to the next. Jeremy Lal Renunga is associated with which sport? Who inaugurated the scheme, namely Hirkani, Maharashtrachi and District Business Plan competition in Mumbai? Sela Tunnel project is located in which state? Which state is hosting the Hero Gold Cup, a 4-nation football competition? Recently, the wax statue of which of the following female actress has been unveiled in Madame Tussauds Museum in New York? Let's look at the answers here now. We are talking about youth Olympic gold medalist Jeremy Lal Renunga clinched silver medal in the men's 67 kg category, fetching India's second medal at EGAT Cup International Weightlifting Championship in Chiang Mai, Thailand. Union Minister of Commerce and Industry Civil Aviation Sri Suresh Prabhu launched 2 ambitious schemes, namely Hirkani, Maharashtrachi and District Business Plan competition in Mumbai. PM Narendra Modi laid the foundation stone for Sela Tunnel project in Arunachal Pradesh. Project would provide all-weather connectivity to Tawang and forward areas. Estimated cost is 687 crore. All India Football Federation is organizing the Hero Gold Cup, a 4-nation competition from February 9 to 15 at Kalinga Stadium in Bhubaneswar. The Museum of Madame Tussauds in New York unveiled Priyanka Chopra's first ever wax statue post-marriage. Let's look at the next one. Has been chosen as the mascot for 13th UN Convention on the Conservation of Migratory Species. Name the app launched by Election Commission of India to enable Divyang for new registration, change in address and other details was also launched. Aman 19, a maritime exercise in which 46 nations are taking part. It commenced at which place? On National Cleft Day, February 8, which Foundation Day has launched country's first toll-free number Nation Cleft Helpline? Who took over as 48th Corps Commander of Srinagar-based 15th Corps? Let's look at the answers here. The Great Indian Bustard as the mascot for the 13th UN Convention on Conservation of Migratory Species, CMS COP13, scheduled to be held in Gujarat next year. Election Commission has launched a voter verification and information program for verification of voters' name, a new registration, change or correction in the voter's ID card for the upcoming general election, a PWD app to enable Divyang for new registration, change in address and other detail was also launched. This Aman 19 participated by 46 nations taking part in Karachi, Pakistan. Smile in Train India. To mark the second annual National Cleft Day, Smile Train India has officially launched country's first toll-free National Cleft Helpline, Smile Train India Cleft Helpline. The helpline number is accessible to people throughout India who are looking for information about cleft treatment. In Jammu and Kashmir, Lieutenant General Kanwaljit Singh Dhillon took over as 40th Corps Commander of Srinagar-based 15th Corps, that is also called Chinar Corps. Let's look at the next. Where is 3-day International Conference for Development Discourse 2019 being organized? In which city of Bihar has the 3-day Krishi Kumbh been inaugurated? Surging Silk Accomplishment and Way Forward event has been organized where the Academy of Canadian Cinema and Television has announced that it will be honoring filmmaker with which filmmaker we are talking about with Lifetime Achievement Award, in which state has the 462nd annual Kanduri Festival started. Let's look at the answers here now. Research for Resurgence Foundation, along with its team of sponsors, academic partner and knowledge partner, is hosting a 3-day international conference for development discourse at the National Institute of Nutrition, Secunderabad, Telangana. The Krishi Kumbh, it was organized in Motihari in Bihar. Okay, Ministry of Textile in association with Central Silk Board is organizing an event, Surging Silk, an Accomplishment and Way Forward in New Delhi. The Academy of Canadian Cinema and Television has announced that it will be honoring filmmaker Deepa Mehta with Lifetime Achievement Award. 462nd Annual Kanduri Festival has come in near Nagaur Dargah, a famous Muslim pilgrim center with hoisting of the holy flag in Tamil Nadu. Okay, who has been elected as the chairman of the African Union? Recently, Union Minister for Food and Processing Industries Sri Harsimrat Kaur Badal has inaugurated first mega food park operationalized in the state of Himachal Pradesh. In which district we are talking about? Who is the winner of the Chennai Open ATP Challenger single title? Who is the winner of the 9th Senior National Men's Hockey? The first project of solid fuel ducted ramjet propulsion based missile system was a joint R&D project between India and which country? Let's look at the answers here. We are talking about Egypt's President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi has been elected the chairman of African Union at the Continental Body Summit in Ethiopia. The African Union is a continental union consisting of 55 countries of the continent of Africa, with exception of various territories of European possession located in Africa. Union Minister of Food Processing Industries Sri Harsimrat Kaur Badal inaugurated Krimika Mega Food Park Private Limited via video conference. The park is located at village Singha in Una district of Himachal Pradesh. This is the first mega food park operationalized in state of Himachal Pradesh. France Corentin Moutet has clinched Chennai Open ATP Challenger Tournament title after beating Andrew Harris of Australia 6-3, 6-3 in the singles final. Railway Sport Promotion Board has lifted 9th Senior National Men Hockey Championship crown at Gwalior. They stunned defending champion Punjab 3-2 and claimed the gold medal. The DRDO successfully conducted a flight test of second indigenously developed solid fuel ducted ramjet propulsion based missile system and integrated test range Chandipur, Odisha. This is a joint project between India and Russia. Jamie Chadwick of England is associated with which sports? Which Indian Navy warship has participated in Cutlass Express 19 exercise? The Judicial Department of which of the following Emirates of UAE has included Hindi as the third official language used in the courts? World Pulses Day is observed on February what day? Which tech company has acquired US-based virtual search startup Grok Style in artificial intelligence company? Let's look at the answers here now. England's Jamie Chadwick scripted history in the MRF Challenge, becoming first female driver to claim the championship in 7th season as she finished the third in the final round of international series with Triple Crown, including back-to-back wins at MMRT Madras Motor Racetrack. INS Trikant, a frontline warship of the Indian Navy, participated in multinational training exercise Cutlass Express 19. In landmark decision, Abu Dhabi has included Hindi as the third official language used in its court alongside Arabic and English. On December 2013, UN General Assembly adopted resolution proclaiming 2016 as International Year of Pulses. At 73rd session, the General Assembly proclaimed 10th February as the World Pulses Day. In an attempt to enable users shop better using artificial intelligence capabilities, Facebook has acquired US-based virtual search startup Grok Style in an undisclosed amount. Let's look at the next 5 here. Who topped Harun Indian Philanthropy List 2018? Recently, Himalayan Cloud Observatory has been set up in which district to receive forecasts and monitor cloudburst incidents in the Himalayan region? who inaugurated the International Labour Organization centenary celebration at India at VV Giri National Labour Institute, Noida. Mahesh Anand, who died at the age of 57, was associated with the which field? Who is the brand ambassador of IPL team of Rajasthan Royal? Let's look at the answers here. Reliance Industries Chairman Mukesh Ambani has topped Harun India Philanthropy List 20, highest contribution of 437 crore between October 2017 to September 2018. Huge amount. Himalayan Cloud Observatory has been set up in Tehri. Somewhere the news says Tehri district, somewhere it's called Tehri Garhwal. That's the name of the district as per Wikipedia. Here to receive forecasts and monitor cloudburst incident in Himalayan region and help minimize the damage. Union Minister of State, Independent in charge for Labour and Employment, Sri Santosh Kumar Gangwar, inaugurated the International Labour Organization centenary celebration in India at VV Giri National Labour Institute, Noida. Actor Mahesh Anand, who played negative role in number of Bollywood films in 80s and 90s, was found dead in his residence in suburban Andheri. He was 57. Australian spin legend Shane Warne has been named the brand ambassador of Rajasthan Royal for upcoming Indian Premier League. We should remember it was the first title, or the only title of Rajasthan Royal was in 2008 when they won under Shane Warne. Okay, so with that we come to an end of this week GAinful also. I'll see you again very soon with the next one. Thank you very much.